Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat coming from the Sky Lounge. We've got another special guest joining us today, Ella.
Hello,
back.
I'm the special guest. Okay, I'll take that. Hello, good to be back.
You've recovered after Melbourne Cup Week?
I'm not quite sure I'd use the word recovered, but we're here.
Like a trooper, you were here first thing Wednesday morning.
I was 8:30 on the dot. We never miss a work day, that's for sure.
No, you're not allowed to. Gold Coast Turf Club Sous chef Ben Allen joins us
G'day
today.
guys, how are you? Hello everybody.
Really looking forward to this, to delve into what goes on behind the scenes of a chef here on race day and the preparation. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I started here 2.5 years ago and I've worked my way up into the sous chef position. I work directly under our executive chef Ben. We share the same name.
Not to be confused.
Yeah, not to be confused. So there is quite a bit of planning that goes into a day or this spring carnival season that we're in. We like to have our menus planned before the office ask for them so that we're in front of the game and we know what we're doing. Successful days to us all come down to the planning.
Yep.
The planning and the people that we've created that have come on board in our team at the moment. We're in the trenches taking grenades and they're right there with us.
Yeah.
So we don't have any team members that are like looking for a way out. Are we going home? We just get in and get the job done. There are massive hours involved, as you could expect. Those veggies don't peel themselves.
Well, Mitch would know all about that. His lunches on race day.
Like a preparation for a Saturday race meeting, and we'll talk bigger scale, but just a standard race meeting firstly.
So Tuesdays we'll arrive in.
Yep.
We already know what we have an idea of where we have functions throughout the week. Numbers will vary, so there's a meeting at 9 o'clock on the Tuesday morning, and that'll tell us what our numbers are. We'll have all our stock arriving, say Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's where we start rolling in our prep and having trolleys leaving the kitchen going to rooms where they're going to be served on the Saturday. That happens on Friday afternoon. Wow. So those rooms are ready then for the chef that comes in on Saturday to pick up his paperwork, know how many he's feeding, what the menu is, whether it's a buffet, cocktail, go to his fridge, and everything's there ready to go.
Wow.
So how many chefs would you have here on a standard Saturday? How big would the team be?
On a standard Saturday, we're looking between 20 to 30 chefs.
Yep, and then the jump then to say spring carnival derby day or say even a Magic Millions
probably
day.
So the same. We would have probably the same on the weekend or on that big day, but it would be we need help prepping.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So each of those rooms, you can only fit so many chefs and they can only fit so many people.
Of course.
So those chefs are all trained in that area and have done those rooms. Like the room that we're in now seats 120 sitting down.
Yeah.
They've done that before.
Yeah.
You know, we can have one guy in there and then another backup when he needs it throughout the day. So it's more on those big race meet weeks, we'll have more people during the week to help with the prep.
To make it easier for yourself.
Well, to make it easier you don't want to be in a situation where you're missing the finer details. Yeah. That's what we're all about.
Of course.
If you are rushing around and not prepared and you don't have a game plan, then those finer details that we pride ourselves on here are missed. They can get missed, and we don't like that.
So we always joke, for the viewers who watch the show all the time, we do joke a lot about Mitch getting his lunch on race day. So the very first person who can vouch for how amazing our food is, Mitch, how was the lobster on Tuesday that you got?
No, it was good.
Maybe just a touch of caviar next time.
I do like my food. Actually, you could cook me a big foot and I'd probably eat it too.
Well, we'd make it taste good here.
You do.
The lobster was a special touch on, and I'm not joking, I will put a photo up. I was just missing the other half, so if we can organise that like a full one next time around.
A lobster?
Yeah.
Is this one okay, Mr.?
Yeah, that'd be fine. We can come and
I was going to say,
you.
I don't get restaurant food on race day, so Mitch, I think maybe I'll just come join you in the race day.
Absolutely.
I'll get some lobster.
The assistant race caller.
Yeah, I mean, the food at Gigi's that I eat every Saturday is also amazing, so no matter if you're getting the Skyline meals or our food from Gigi's, I can vouch. Everywhere's amazing.
A slice of pizza or something?
It's like always a slice of pizza every
delicious.
time. The chef's made beautiful.
Simone, the Italian pizza man
Yes.
who creates those pizzas. He's the real deal.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
I
they
kid
are.
you, I have just been in Italy, as everyone knows, and
Yeah.
I kid you not, those pizzas on race day are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he does a very good job down there.
How did you get the passion for it? Where did that come
Cooking?
from? Yeah.
It came from, my mum was a good cook.
Yep.
I was always just in the kitchen with her, watching what she was doing, and she was trying new things. My first job, I was 13 and a little bit, and I was working for my dad's mate at his butcher shop. So I was just cleaning up in there on a Saturday for 2 hours, but they would let me have we made these little roasts, take
Yep.
them home, and then I just started cooking.
Yep.
Wow.
And just started experimenting with different things, different ingredients, and then the rest was really history. My school just sort of ventured towards hospitality and being a chef, and then I ended up on the Gold Coast here at 17 in the Conrad Culinary Academy at Conrad Jupiter's Casino.
Wow,
where I did
that's
my
taking us
training.
back.
Yeah.
So that was 23 years ago,
Yeah.
and my passion for the cooking, I get home and I cook for my family.
Yep.
It's.
It doesn't stop.
No,
when
it
you
doesn't
leave-
stop. I
when you
just
leave
love
the
it.
office.
I
Yeah.
actually love it.
I'm hungry now. I
Yeah.
think it's time for lunch.
I must say, in my spare time away from racing, I love watching cooking channels.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler for the,
Yeah,
for
they
the
are.
food channels, the lifestyle.
I remember, many people with
I can't cook it, but
well, those foodie shows that come out, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what do you think of those foodie shows?"
Yeah.
And you hear little stories of the nan that used to always cook, and now she can't get in the kitchen because granddad's in there
Yeah.
In the kitchen, yeah.
because of those shows.
Yeah.
So they serve a purpose.
100%.
You know,
They're inspiring everyone.
the block for builders.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh no, we don't watch that," but it gets people doing things that they would maybe not normally do.
unfortunately, I'm a bit more like Gordon Ramsay when it comes to the kitchen and starts.
we're not-
smashing plate.
We're not.
Where is this not?
Now we try and stay as calm as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's moments where we're still chefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our executive chef is currently on a media ban
Yes.
from being a
have
chef
heard.
on
We have
TV.
the old slippery tongue got him on Tuesday.
National television. Thanks for that one.
It can't be helped sometimes. You're in the kitchen.
Tensions are high.
Yeah, you get caught up.
Have you got a favourite meal that you like cooking at home?
I love Mexican.
Yep.
Because when you have people over for Mexican or with the family, you're passing things around
Yep.
and talking, and so anything that
Is
involves sharing and pass me that, or I love that kind of dining.
Yep.
So I don't like really just sitting over one plate like a trough.
Eating your own meal.
Yeah, I like-
Talking,
Yeah.
sharing the experience.
That's what it's about. Dining's about it. Like it starts in the house with your family, and you're sitting around and
Yep.
you're passing things and
Yeah.
enjoying, and and then that's
Goes
what I
from
like.
there.
How do you go?
In the kitchen,
Yeah.
I'm currently learning a few. It used to be spaghetti bolognese. That was
Yeah,
about the
it's
only
great.
thing I had in my repertoire. But I have expanded to steak and make a mean steak now.
Good on
and
you.
there's one or two meals I can cook. Otherwise, it's Uber Eats for the rest of the week for me. So
Do you get any inspiration from the European vacation? Like, have you come back with some?
Vongole.
Yeah.
I came back
Unbelievable.
thinking I would. I came back thinking, I was going to make all these amazing
Great
cuisines.
pastas,
I
yeah.
have photos of them all on my phone thinking, oh yeah, I'll do that. Have I done any since coming back? No, I have not.
Yeah.
So maybe next week. It's a next week task.
Also, you've got some interesting hobbies outside of your culinary skills. Tell us about this shitbox derby.
Yeah, the shitbox rally.
Shitbox
So the
rally.
shitbox rally was it's a fundraising event for the Cancer Council, and you have to buy a car that's classed as a shitbox. It has to be under $1,500, and it gets scrutinised. So they'll go over the car, and if it's worth
Bit
more,
like our stewards
take it
checking.
away.
Yep.
They check it. And then we have to drive that car from Adelaide to Ayers Rock and then on to Perth.
Wow.
So it's a 7-day dirt road adventure in a car that hopefully will make it.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in
No
today.
worries. Thanks for having
been
me.
Great.
Really appreciate it. Thanks
Well-
for everybody.
Some racing news quickly. Deepore and Alpine Edge were back at the trials on Wednesday at Bow Desert. Both trialled particularly well, so look forward to seeing them soon. Some feature sprint races during the summer carnival in preparation for those two. Speaking of Adam Campton's stable flying, 5 winners from the last 9 runners. He's currently in Singapore. He'll be watching in. Loves the show. Doesn't
course.
miss an episode.
Number one fan.
And Scott Galloway and Paul Hemmersley, 2 top riders. They were back in the winner's circle over the weekend. They've had time off from the saddle for various reasons. Scott has had chronic knee problems and some injuries, and Paul took some time off and getting his weight down. They're both fit and hungry, and it showed on the weekend with Hemmer got the double here on Saturday, and Scott was in the winner's circle on Saturday and also Tuesday as well. What's happening functions-wise? All-Stars coming up.
Yes, coming up. Obviously, Spring Carnival was massive, but we don't stop there. So we've got the All-Stars race day coming up on the 25th of November. That'll kickstart our summer carnival here. So that'll be kind of the prelude into the Magic Millions. That's always a massive day. We have sporting stars from all the different codes, NRL stars, AFL stars, swimming stars, whatever sport you enjoy, there'll be a star there for it. So that's an amazing one. $195 per person in the event centre. Some amazing food will be cooked up by our chefs every year. It's amazing, and obviously 4X on tap. So looking forward to that. A massive day, and also the Wave, as I just mentioned, the Wave and Millions. The 6th of January for Wave, and the 14th of January for Magic Millions, or the 13th.
13th.
I got all my dates right except for one. I'm still recovering from a massive Melbourne Cup day, as you can tell. Now, it is the Stakes Day on Saturday, so Spring Carnival isn't over. Still one more day. We've got the Trade Link race day here at the Gold Coast Turf Club, but we'll be watching closely down south for Stakes Day. So, in saying that, Ben, who's your tip?
Let's go Flemington race 7. Let's go Mr. Brightside for the win.
Mr. Brightside, perfect.
Off the good second, narrowly missed on the Cox Plate.
Yes,
You
that
tipped
was my
him?
tip for the Cox Plate. So I'll back you on that one, and I'll also go Mr. Brightside. Second time's a charm, hey? But I do have a tip here for Gold Coast. I've got race 1, number 4, Osaka Miss. Marcus Wilson and Stacey, who rode a winner on Tuesday.
Yes,
so
she did.
I'm going to back her in that one.
Took the last. I'm going to back our old mate in the Champions Stakes.
Who's our old
Zaki.
mate? Oh, Zaki, of course.
He was terrific in the Cox Plate from a bad
the
draw.
mascot of the Gold Coast Turf Club. How could I forget?
Jamie Cargo's back on. He might be able to control the race a bit more than what he could in the Cox Plate. I reckon he runs a top race here. Race 6, number 3, Agent of Mayhem. Needed the run first up, 1200 too short, 1540, riding its wheelhouse. Gets a Michael McDonald and a good draw, and does race well here on the Poly. I don't want to put Ben under the pump, but he didn't realise that he has to cook the other panellists lunch after we finish the show. So that was one part of it. So you don't have to cook. No, it wasn't you.
It was me. I was like, oh God, are we going to have a bit of a competition?
I knew that was
in
the reason why I was here.
I've got the sous chef here. I'm not having your spag bowl. Thanks for coming on,
No
Ben.
worries.
Thanks,
Absolute
Ben.
pleasure.
Really appreciate
Really
it. Thanks for
appreciate
being here.
I look forward to sampling some of your food again on Saturday.
You sure will.
Yeah, thank you. And that is another episode of In the Box Seats. Look forward to your company again next week.